Hey, Thunder Buddies, we're getting ready to come to you live here in about 1 minute. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Dave. How are you today?
Well, I guess if I were any better, I would be you, wouldn't I?
That could be.
Oh, my goodness. Dave's been doing the countdown for us. He's joining us here like usual, which just wouldn't be the same without Dave on here with us. So we got to make him a regular part of our transmit staff, our streaming staff. That's what he calls it, streaming staff. Yeah, that's right. And we have Tammy Tatum says, hello, Thunder Buddies. And Mike and Erica Bynum, hello from Washington, Indiana. Hey, you guys, I'm glad to hear y'all and see you on here. And Dave says, hi, Dave and Mark. Our friends are always welcome to be on here with us, and we're sure glad to see you. Well, let's talk a little bit about this. Is a weather update, our normal update we do on Wednesday and Sunday. So here we are, and we're seeing some precip, Mark, off to the east. In fact, let me pull out here just a little bit, make sure I know where I'm at. I think I do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're over here, and right here is the remnants, or it's not really remnants. It's still Tropical Storm Debbie, I think now, isn't it?
It's Tropical Storm Debbie, but that's not what's causing that.
Oh, it isn't. Okay, well, what is
No.
causing that then?
We
Do
had a
tell.
cold front. We had a cold front push across the area this morning. It gave us a few sprinkles,
Ah,
but oh my goodness, the temperature's so much nicer. Our high today is only supposed to be here around 84. All across the area, our region we cover, the highs are in the upper 70s to low 80s.
yeah. Let me go in here and
So
look at these
much
temperatures.
nicer.
Oh yeah, I see 80, low 80s pretty much on all those temperature barbs out there, and um, it is nice to see a few showers, even if it is
Yeah.
over to these. We
That
still need
that
some
is
rain
along the
here,
low pressure and the cold front that caused it as that moved through.
right?
Debbie is still just coming ashore again on South Carolina.
Yes, to see that. Here is the graphics for Debbie. Wow, has it regained strength?
Well, it went back out as she drifted back out over the ocean, and of course over the warmer waters of the Gulf Stream. There, of course, she picked up some more strength. She went from around 45 back up to around 65 mile per hour winds sustained, just under hurricane strength. And then she's coming back ashore, and she's still going to take her sweet time. It's going to be Friday before she finally starts to exit the region through there up to the north. But then once she moves, she really takes off, and then by I think the evening of the 11th or something like that was what I was seeing. She'll be way up off Nova Scotia.
Wow, look at the path. I'm following it here with the mouse, and look at the path of that. And that is really.
Yeah,
Let's see if they
that's what
get.
they do after they make that recurve and they start getting picked up by the westerlies again. They really take off, and they'll usually move out pretty quickly.
Well, I guess good riddance, because that is what is kind of holding back some of the cooler air that we're really wanting to get in here. Anytime we get a tropical system off to our east, it does tend to clog up the, what do you call it, the storm flow, I guess is what you'd say.
Yep.
But
Yep.
uh, but once it gets on out of the way, it'll release that, and we should get even cooler air coming in. Is that pretty much accurate?
I think so. We'll probably rise a little bit tomorrow, up again into the upper 80s,
Mm-hmm.
possibly even the low 90s down in Tennessee. But then we cool down again for Friday with highs only in the mid 80s. And then over the weekend, highs in the low 80s. And then by Monday, we start seeing the chances start to come in again. They're
Okay.
just slight by Monday night, but the chances start coming in again for rain as the next system starts to move in.
And where would that system come from? Is that the one, another
That's going
cold
to be
front?
up to the that's the cold front that's up in the northern part, just to the west of the Dakotas now.
Okay. Well, I see that we have Gwen Cruz says hello, guys, and Connie Chancellor's joined us. She says hello, David and Mark. I'm glad to see everyone on here. I hate to really come in so kind of in the middle of the afternoon because we want to make sure everybody gets off in time to come on and see what's going on. But at least this is still going to be on after we leave, and so we'll not try not to take up too much of your time. But I will tell you, though, I'm excited for the cooler conditions. I really am. I absolutely despise the heat, but we need rain in the worst kind of way because, like I said, the ground underneath trees, the grass is dried up. And
Yeah.
so we're needing some appreciable rains, and we're just not getting it. I'm going to look back here at UT Martin's camera real quick just to see what it looks
Mike
like.
and Erica, we have picked up some new subs. We have been picking them up. We are over 5,000. We're over 5,010. I'm not sure
Yes.
the exact number, but we are over 5,010.
And we sure appreciate that. If you happen to be watching us, whether you're watching us on here or over on the Facebook simulcast feed, be sure and go in and hit subscribe and like. Go over to the actual YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and you
They
can
were at
subscribe.
5,019. We're one shy of being 5,020.
Wow, that is very nice, and I'm
Absolutely.
so proud of some of you. I see. I see my cousin Thelma is on there. She's watching us and she's following us, and it is good to see everyone. I'm so tickled, I swear. As you see there in the UT Martin, Tennessee, kind of cloudy sky, same as it's been around here all day. A little breezy. I gotta admit, I like it. Humidity is
Absolutely.
61%. Still a little bit of humidity out there, but 82-degree temperatures, yeah, I can live with that. And so, Mark, it does look like we're going to be taking a general trend as we get further and further into August. I believe we're going to take a general trend towards cooler conditions, even though
Right.
we will have some more days of highs around 90, upper 80s. Don't see any more mid 90s, though, do you?
Probably not. We're starting to get kind of late in the year for those hotter temperatures, and we haven't had them before to kind of build up. It's less and less we'll see them again. And I was just looking today. We are now well into La Nina.
Okay, and for those on here, explain to them what a La Nina is and what the effects it
Okay.
would generally have on our weather.
This is all affected by the sea surface temperatures down off the coast of Mexico in the Pacific. And what it is when those temperatures get warmer than a certain amount, they say we're in an El Nino. And that has one kind of effect on our weather. When those temperatures are colder than a certain amount, those sea surface temperatures, we are in a La Nina, which means that the winds have a different effect as they come up across our area from that direction. And what it portends for is for the weather for the coming winter.
And now just because it is a La Nina, some of them, some of the agencies, the National Weather Service in particular, has a standard forecast they put out every year when there's a La Nina. It's being almost set your watch to it. But
Yeah,
there are a
slightly
lot of,
more than normal and slightly wetter than normal.
That's right.
That's the standard.
But now what that can boil down to, I'm going to be honest with you guys, that can boil down to a much more snowier winter. Isn't that right?
It could, if we pick up the more precipitation than normal, that's fine. And it depends warmer than normal. You have to remember our normal temperatures in the winters can get down into the 30s and 20s in this area. So if it's just slightly above, if it's 21 degrees, you normally don't get a lot of snow because that's pretty cold. But if it's 28 degrees, you can get a lot of snow.
That's right. And so don't let these wild forecasts that are going to be coming out fool you, because nothing is in concrete. There are certain standards that if you have a La Nina winter, then that's when you can expect. I can tell you that usually you'll get a little more snow on La Nina winters than you do El Nino winters, which is what we had last year. Michael Henderson says, "Old wise tale says count the fogs we have in August, and that's how many snows we get." He just read that, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of these they're not folk.
The folklore.
Well, there's folklore, and then there's there's another term. And
Anecdotes.
No, it's something else. But my mind is not. I'm trying to think too hard. But folklore denotes that there is some basis of fact, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And and I did do a little research on that. There is some basis of fact for the number of fogs in August, and it has to do with the moisture content over given areas. And if the fogs are widespread over given areas, then yeah, it could actually cause to have a little more snow in the wintertime. I don't remember what the formula was. I did a thing with the Farmer's Almanac a few years ago, and they were telling me about that, and it made sense. What they said was that your folklore is oh, doggone it. I'm just gonna give up trying to denote. I'll have to Google it, and I'll come back next time and tell you all about it. But
suffice it to say that we've already had several foggy mornings here across Kentucky already in August.
Yes, and so we'll keep an eye open on it. And I know that I have a friend over at one of the local radios, WKDZ. She counts the fogs in August, and maybe I'll have to check in with her and see what her count is, and we'll see. I think that's an interesting thing. And of course, you've got the woolly worm caterpillar, the colored bands on it. If it's dark, it means it's going to be a nasty winter. If it's blonde or light colored, it's going to be a mild winter. And then you have the persimmon seeds, the all spoons, which is portends a snowier winter, or forks, which means I don't know what it means, but it means it's not going to be any
not
snow
as much snow.
That's correct. So there's all those things that you're going to be hearing about. I'm going to have to get some research done and come back next time and tell you all that stuff and see what you think. But anyway, so Mark, what else we have?
Well, again, as we look towards the weekend, those highs are going to be in the low 80s, but the best part of that is the nighttime lows are going to drop into the upper 50s, and that's going to feel really nice.
Isn't it, though? I am thinking about changing our background on our maps here, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. I might do it can I do this? Is Shane in there? I should be able to do this temporarily, couldn't I?
All you got to do is go up there and select.
Let's see, where are we talking about? Is it on the control panel, isn't it?
It is on the control panel.
I want you guys to see this and see if you like it. If you do, then I may leave it. If you don't, then we'll go back to our gray map. Originally, this was a dark map when we first started this, and it was so dark that people couldn't really see or read anything on there. But you've been experimenting on your monitors in there.
Let
me see here.
Go up on your control panel.
Uh-huh.
And where you've got a picture that looks like a computer screen under control panel.
A computer screen? Yeah, I see that.
Hit that.
Okay.
And the very first thing on the top left, map type.
Okay, let's see about this. Now, you wrote a satellite. Is that what you're on?
Yes.
Okay, folks. I don't know. You can't read the words as good. You see the city's words are very small. But this is a satellite photograph that we can call up, and we can go down. Gosh, you can look at individual. You can even see cars down there. Wow, that's pretty neat. Well, anyway, I think it's kind of neat anyhow.
Yeah.
But
Connie Chancellor says gray screen.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Connie. I don't think you can read the words as good as much as I would like to say it, but I think
yeah, go back to the same setting and you can go back.
Okay. Righty. Let's see what else we've got here, though, just for the heck of it. It says green presentation. I don't know. Let's see what the green presentation looks like. Nah, I don't know. You still can't read the words. So yeah, I think gray screen's going to be the way to go. So let me get off this part. Let's go back and we'll go to gray screen. Hey, Chris. Hold on, Mark. I've lost you. Yeah, I lost Mark, so hang on just a second. We'll get you back on in a moment. It's not a good sign. When you take this, you go, it says, oh crap. Okay, hang on everybody. Here we go. We got him. Hey, Mark.
I'm back.
You sure are. Yeah, we got some others liking the stream. We have Karen Schneider and David Hyde liking us, and Katia Pollard, Joe Hoover has liked us, Linda Mulnix. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. Yeah, everybody says gray screen is much better, so yeah, we're gonna probably stick with the gray screen. Karen Schneider says hello, y'all. Hi, Karen. She's on with us on the Facebook page. And we appreciate those viewers that are over there watching us on Facebook. Karen, if you get a chance and you wanted to go back, hit subscribe on the channel, and that will also help us a lot and bring our subscription rate up. We need one more to hit 5,020. So somebody hit subscribe and give me that one more good subscription we need, and I would be forever indebted to you. But anyway, I got to agree with them, though. The gray screen definitely is easier to read. You can see everything. Hey, Crystal Eden, a good friend Crystal's on here, too. Debbie Braswell Mitchell is on here also. So I appreciate you guys liking this. David Hyde says, hello from a cloudy Dawson Springs.
Yeah, it's been very cloudy today. It's
we
just
love it.
remnants left over from the low pressure area moving through.
Thank you, Karen. She says she's already subscribed. I appreciate that, Karen. Bonnie Born Lamb says, hello, David and Mark, and hello to you, Bonnie. Good to see you guys. It's always a pleasure to see what we call you our Thunder Buddies. I don't know who came up. I don't know if Tammy Tatum may have come up with that. Did she come up with that name, Thunder Buddies? Oh, wait a minute. I think it might have been Jessica. Shoot. What was her handle, though? I don't know. Good grief. I must not have got enough sleep last night. I'm not thinking real clear today. But anyway, Debbie has already subscribed as well. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. You guys are super people. Think the world of you, and I hope that we can continue to provide you a good service and tell you everything you need to know. I know some of you are still asking me about the real long range into winter. Do I think it's going to be a snowier winter? Well, every year I think it's going to be a snowier winter, and it ends up not happening, but there are some differences this year that may make a difference on that. One is the Alaskan low. That's all still in place up there in near the Aleutian Islands. It's been there since, back in the spring at least, even a little earlier than that. And what it does is spinning around up there. It's causing little disturbances rotate around it and spin off, and those disturbances come along, they attach to a cold front, and then there we go. We got a cold front that came through this morning, and we got another one that's going to be coming through Monday. So is it next Monday that we're expecting that other one, I think?
Yes.
I believe that's right, yeah. So what it means is that's one thing that's a little different. The other is that the jet stream will drop a little lower, but we've got also unusually warm Gulf waters still. They're very warm, and they're saying that it was, well, the Saharan dust is starting to lift out. And so once the Saharan dust lifts out, it has been continuing to hold back the tropical development in the Gulf. Now, I know we had Debbie come through and everything, but that was nothing compared to what energy is still down there in the Gulf waters because it's still very warm. So what I think will happen is once that Saharan dust lifts out north, you'll see a lot more tropical development, especially in the western parts of the Gulf of Mexico, and some of that is bound to come up through here. We don't know for sure till it happens, but, we could use the rain. So,
Absolutely.
So if that continues, though, into the early fall and into the cooler months, and we still have these disturbances coming, and we have those pools of cool air. So, yeah, I think with the La Nina winter that's coming on, yeah, I think we're looking at a much more decent winter, if you call it decent, where you get more snow. So we'll see. It's still early yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on the long range as we speak. I'm not doing it right now because I'm on here with you guys, but I am gathering data, and I'll be having something out on that before too much longer. And that'll be probably another month, really. Linda McElrath says, hey, the salve works great on my arthritic thumb and neck. I'm so glad to have it before heading into winter. She's talking about over on her online store. That is
Kentucky Hemp Works salve.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kentucky Hemp Works.
My wife uses it, and I do too, and it is
I do
very
too.
good for that.
It has helped my thumb. I used to couldn't even do this. In fact, I told the doctor I couldn't do that, and he said, well, don't do it. But it does. Now I can wiggle it like I couldn't do before. So, yeah, Katie Moyer has a really good product there, and I'm going to tell you, you're gonna really be impressed with it. Try that salve if you have these little aches and pains on you. And I'll be honest with you, I like a CBD oil if you have a backache. It really is great. Okay, let's go ahead.
Dave says, what kind of fish are in the Gulf waters? Broiled.
He's got something up in his mind about it. That's usually asked. So I don't know.
Yeah. Connie Kanzler, the online store is where we have merchandise for the people who are subscribers. We have Watchers of the Wind stuff. And also we have Kentucky Hemp Works, which is one of our spotters. They have their products available there, as well as some books from Scott, the national who is with us.
It's a work in progress. There's more stuff coming online. We still got to add shirts and coffee mugs and all that kind of stuff, but it's coming. At least it's online, and you can find it at, if you're ready to write this down, www.dpww.shop. So if you stop and think about it, that DP stands for David Powell, Weather and Wisdom, and then .shop. So dpww.shop, and that'll get you into our online stores. So go in there and browse around a little bit. Not a lot on there yet, but there's more and more going to be added as time goes by. So hang in there. Let's see here. Hey, David Mark, just got on. Did I miss anything? That's from Sandy Christian. So what did she miss, Mark?
Well, she missed the rundown for the rest of the week for us. We're going to have more moderate temperatures. We should be in the maybe upper 80s tomorrow, but after that in the low to mid 80s through the weekend. Nighttime lows by the weekend are going to drop down to the upper 50s. We should be dry through the period. We're not looking for our next chance of rain until probably Monday night into Tuesday.
So there you have it. This is from Louisville, Georgia. And you can see some of the clouds from Debbie right there. And this is looking back towards the, let's see, sun sets in the west. So this is looking more towards the east, northeast. And that's a pretty nice shot,
Yeah.
Where's my
Debbie's
mouse?
offshore. She's getting ready to come back onshore with winds about 60 to 65 miles per hour. And again, torrential rain. The flooding and the rain is the big news down that way. And it's going to be the way all the way through that swath as she goes up along the Appalachian Mountains and then up to the northeast.
That's correct. Okay. And she thanks you. Let me get off this screen. It is 90 degrees down there, so I don't have quite but they're a lot further south. That's down in Georgia.
Right.
And let's see here. I think I'm going to go to the full radar. Good grief. Now we can kind of see a little bit more about what Debbie's looking like. Of course, a lot of this is offshore, so you're not seeing all of the precip coming down, but you get an idea of what it looks like. And if we look up, well, here's a new site. Let's see what this one is. That's Reuben County High School, and that's in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains. Boy, that's a nice shot. It won't be long, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you look over right on the Tennessee North Carolina border, there's one, and it's a tower.
Tennessee North Carolina border.
Yeah.
Would that be? No, that's a river.
Yeah, it's called Pinnacle Towers near Irwin, Tennessee.
I found it.
Just south of Johnson City.
Oh my goodness, I'm looking at it. What a beautiful shot.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And look at the rainbow. Right back here. Just starting to form. That's a little rain shaft coming down. Now that is a gorgeous shot. Wow. It looks like we're right off a fire tower. It's located
It's a tower. I'm not sure if it's a fire tower or what kind of tower it is.
It looks like a fire tower, but I'm not sure of that. But look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I swear. That just drives me crazy. Anyway. Connie Cancer wants to know, are we seeing more extremely hot days?
I think we're probably done with the really extremely hot days, like mid to upper 90s, but we could still see a day or two in the low 90s, still see some humidity, but it's probably not going to last more than a day or two when it comes through before something else cools us down.
Okay.
So, at least until we get into Indian summer.
Well, I hope we bypass Indian summer. I'm not too hot on the Indian summer at all, but I guess, beggars can't be choosy. So, anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying spending this time with you guys. Not a lot happening in our part of the world as far as weather goes. We're just mainly the cooler temperatures is the big news. But boy, we are sure dry up in our neck of the woods now. And I haven't looked at the drought monitor. I would say we're probably getting close to the abnormally dry.
We're close, but they still don't have us listed in drought conditions.
Okay. Well, I didn't really expect us to be in drought just yet. I don't want us to get there either, because I'm going to be honest with you. A drought is hard to break sometimes. And this is usually, in my opinion, it's one of our drier times of the year. I don't know what the actually monthly precip totals average is, but it seems like every August and September, even into October sometimes, we're pretty dry. Those 3 months are usually the driest. So anyway, is there anything else we need to take a look at? I don't think there is. I think we're in good shape on most everything. I don't even see my banner up here at the top now like I usually do, but that's okay. I don't need it. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah. Our Midwest for the July 30th at 8 a.m. Map released August 1st shows us none for drought.
Well, I will show you what our precip outlook is. Let me pull it up here just a moment, find the right button. Here we go. This is our 8 to 14 day precip outlook. This was put out on the 7th, so today as a matter of fact. And this is valid from the 15th through the 21st of this month. You see we're near normal for precip, with the driest back down towards Arkansas and northeastern Texas. And of course, I'm sure the above here is from probably some of the remnants of Debbie figuring into it. Again, though, and you can't see it from my big head behind me. I wish I could manipulate this map, but I can't. But anyway, it's, let me see if I can go back to the temperature outlook. don't really buy this temperature outlook. This is the 15th through the 21st. It just seems, Mark, a little hotter than it
They're
should
still
be. There.
looking at that heat ridge, but that's where it gets overcut by those systems coming from that Aleutian low.
That's correct.
Is what cuts across the northern part of it there and keeps it from being all the way up through the United States with that heat ridge.
Now, I can tell you that part of the effects of that Saharan dust is to force the heat into place a little bit. That may be what they're looking at. So this would be the earlier part of this instead of the latter part of this date. So, maybe around the 14th, 15th, we could be above normal again like that. But I don't even know what a normal high is for that time period. It may be if it's in the 80s, and I could see it if it hits the 90s by then. But anyway,
Mary Vorviz, if that weather gets restless, you send it down our direction, okay? We're tired of having Florida's weather drunk on our lawn.
I couldn't agree more. But anyway, let's see if there's anything else in here I want to browse around and look at. Let's see. That was the no danger in the fire. Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary there. It just makes me want to look at it very closely. So let's just go back to our radar. And here we are. I'm getting pretty good at these, but wait a minute. I know what we need. There's a couple of things we haven't done. Number one, let's look at this camera over at Kentucky Lake, and it is not up. I'm going to have to talk to Michael Van. I don't know what he's done to his camera over there, but I'm not getting it. All right, so let's look at Barkley Lake then. There it is.
Nice pretty shot.
It doesn't look too bad there. There's some clouds around, and it looks like a peaceful day. It's not overly hot, but it's warm. So a few people have been out on the waters. But anyway, and let's go over and don't forget about our sponsors. I want to talk about Michael Vance Contracting and Roofing at 270-707-ROOF. If you've had any roof damage, give old Michael a call. He will sure be glad to talk to you. Won't charge you nothing to talk. And hey, talk's cheap. So anyway, give Mike a call, and you may want him to look at your roof. Also, he has the Lakeside Campground Marina. I wish the camera was up, but it is a beautiful shot there. And the campground is absolutely gorgeous. So it would be a good time to be there. So I just letting you know about that. And I don't want you to forget our good friend, Katie Moyer and Kentucky Hemp Works. They're on our online store. We have some of our product on there. There will be more as we go along, but be sure and go in there and check out that product because it is really, and I want to tell you, that fish attractant in there is the best ever. I absolutely love it. Most of the fishermen out there that are fishing tournaments don't want me to tell anybody about it, but that fishing attractant that Katie sells on there is, hey, try it. Trust me, you will buy it again.
Yep.
Now let's see here. Mary Vorvis says she's laughing at you, Mark. And Chris Mitchum says, or steamed fish. Yeah, I am. Don't talk about food. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Well, that's answering Dave's question of what kind of fish are in the Gulf Stream.
Yeah, I know. I know what he's talking about. But anyway, everybody, I just wanted to tell you, I think we've taken care of all our housekeeping business. And what else have we got here we can do? And that is, one other thing we haven't looked at, and that is our traffic cam over at WKDZ at I-24 and 6880 there in Trigg County. And this is another shot of the clouds that are pretty persistent over the area that's helped keep the temperatures down. It's been really a fairly pleasant day. And let's see here. Dave says I thought he said sea blask, but I think he meant sea bass. Yeah, sea bass. I was right. So that is some good eating too. I know that for a fact. But anyway, let's look at our weather cam there. And let's see if there's another one I have to look at. We'll look at downtown Katie's for a second, see how it is. Again, isn't that a peaceful town? I mean, it's just a pleasant place.
It's usually a real nice little town.
It is. It really is. And I enjoy going over there and seeing a lot of folks that I know. And it is. It's a beautiful place. Enjoy it. So kudos to Katie's. And I think, Mark, we will come back to us. And we'll get ready to shut this out and tell everyone that, yeah, we're going to be getting cooler. We're hopefully going to get a little bit wetter as time goes by. And what we're going to watch for is, again, down here in the ocean, in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's look at we got a new camera there, I think. That's not a camera, it's a buoy. Yeah, it sure is. That's a buoy. Here's one. Let's see what this one looks like. Cajun Brossard, Louisiana. Nice shot. But
Yeah.
you can see nothing in the way of clouds much, just a few cumulus clouds, and that's about 89 degrees, but still that's not terrible.
As we get on into August, though, people really need to keep an eye out down on the Gulf and on the Western Atlantic because that's where most of our hurricanes that we get will come from. And nobody's changed their forecast about this being a very active hurricane season. It's just
Nope.
being rather slow getting started now.
But the Saharan dust is starting to lift northward now, which is why,
Yep.
again, we may have that little heat ridge that stays in for a while. Air temperature here on this buoy out in the ocean, in the Gulf, is 89 degrees. 89 degrees is air temperature.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for another one that will give us some readings. Let's see. Let's go out to just off Galveston.
Dave, we probably won't have anything to report, so our next time we'll be on for another update will be Sunday evening.
I would say you're probably right. It doesn't appear to be anything too much. So he says, oh, Dave's asked, oh, you're talking to Dave, not me, you're talking to Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Virginia Dave.
The West Virginia Dave. Yeah, we got to come up with a name. So we got too many Daves around here. But anyway, she kind of cancer says, thank y'all for keeping us updated. We're glad to do it. But we're just about finished with everything I know I have to talk about. It looks again like it's just going to be a decent little evening out there, and with a few showers off over to the east. But other than that, not a whole lot to worry about. So we've paid all the bills, talked about all of our sponsors. Is there anything else that we want to do? Oh, Kelly Gresham Johnson over on the Facebook page says hello, and hello, Kelly, to you. Thomas Hull is following us. Oh, wow, I'm glad to see Thomas. Thomas is a great guy. Worked with him up at the hospital. Really enjoy his company. Good man. But anyway, I wanted to say, everybody, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you do enjoy the rest of the week. It does look like it will be a fairly peaceful week. I don't see much in the way of rainfall. Hopefully we'll get some on Monday with the next cold front that comes in. It's going to warm up a little bit this week, but it's still going to be pleasant enough that if you need to do some yard work, you can go out and do it. And I did. I got out and did my yard work and got eaten up by mosquitoes. I bet I've got, about 12 mosquito bites. And
Yeah. My wife and I got out yesterday when it was 93 degrees
Oof.
and trimmed the trees in the front yard.
oh, my goodness. Well, that's always fun to do, huh?
Not when you're the one up on the ladder.
No, that's right. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and close this out. Any final words, Mark?
Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy these pleasant temperatures while we've got them. Be careful if you're out doing your yard work, and we'll see you next time.
And I'll see you then. Take care, Thunder Buddies.